Hello, welcome to Cooking with Kunic. I'm your host Kunic, and I've got a really special dish for you all today.
Hello.
Oh, hi Kobe the Kobold. I named him Kobe after the steak. Why don't you say hi to everyone?
I'm Kobe.
That you are.
Hey, Kunic, what are you making?
Funny you should ask. I'm making a very secret dish that you can't know about yet. But I do have some appetizers in the kitchen if you want to head over there and start gorging yourself on them.
Okay.
Okay, while the dish is being seasoned, let's talk about the various ways you can prepare this particular dish. Obviously, today's take on the dish is very, very fresh, blood and all. But you can also have it a few different ways. You can have it dry aged, though because of the very little meat content you have, I'd only recommend doing that for about 25 days. Or you can do sous vide, which is probably my favorite way of doing this, but I wanted to try it this way today to see how it was like. The only thing I recommend doing specifically is to not season it too much. This meat is already very salty, so you want to be very particular with how you season your meat. For instance, what I'm using today is predominantly butter and garlic because I don't need salt. A little bit of pepper in there as well, maybe just a teaspoon of that. Well, looks like our dish is done being seasoned. I'll be right back. Oh, Kobe!
Hey, that was lit. Hey, what the f***? Ah, shit. What are you doing? Yeah.
This cooking show is brought to you by Starshot Turbo, a game that Kunic is developing on his game dev channel. Link is in the description below. And now, back to your regular programming. Bugger put up a little bit of a fight, but I got him in there in the end. So the way you want to prepare this dish is to put it in the oven straight from the slaughtering at about 375 degrees Fahrenheit for about 1 hour. You're looking for a temperature to be approximately about 155 degrees Fahrenheit at the end. So make sure you have a thermometer on hand for this. Now, while we're cooking the kobold, let's talk about the history of kobolds. Kobolds can live well over 100 years, but very rarely get there. Primarily because they're so gosh darn delicious that they only tend to live just a few days. Kobe here, for instance, was only 11 days old. Delicious. And because their brains are so undeveloped for usually only lasting a few weeks before death, they, for whatever reason, have latched onto the idea that they are related to dragons, or at the very least, they worship dragons. Crazy, I know. Anyhow, they're also very selfish individuals. You see, even though I said he could only have a little bit of the appetizers, I didn't say he could have them all. And yet, he ate all of them. Alright, you know what? Give me just 1 second. I gotta do some checking on the meal. Hey, what the f*** is the problem? No, f***ing die. F***ing die. You dead now? Wait, what did you say? Okay. I ran into some technical difficulties. Kobe's not dying for some reason. He apparently got some sort of a wish spell when he was like 1 day old, and he's like immortal now. So, I gotta find a replacement meal, but unfortunately, I gotta give this space back to XP to level 3 so that they can shoot their next short. So, unfortunately, I don't have any time left today to do this. Check back next week for part 2 of this dish. Yeah.